Hi, this is Beate Gillette, and I'm here at the Young and Ageless, and I am just stepping over here because I see one of the audience member asking a question.
Well, I was just wondering, for someone that if they haven't studied personal growth or nutrition or all the things you guys are teaching for a long time, some of this stuff can be overwhelming, like not knowing where to start. So for each of you, like what would be like one place to start, and how would you implement those changes just in maybe one area? What, for you guys, what's the most important area for your life as you are changing and growing and becoming successful as you are today? What was the one thing you changed first?
Right. So, for me, what's key when you want to make change, because obviously there's so many different areas of your life, but there's one of them that you will just have such emotional intensity and desire with that you just have to change it. Like I shared in the morning, for me at a certain phase, I had to change my physical shape. If I didn't change my physical shape, the rest of my life would not be impacted. I would continue to live, in self-disgust, self-hatred, and just in an awful hole. So you need to ask yourself, what is the real point of your life that you have to change? What is it that when you think about staying in that position, it makes your gut just wrench, your gut just knot, and you just have to move from that position. So I'd really focus on that, like when you think of the 4 areas and think of what you want to achieve, which one really gets you going?
What's the worst one?
Exactly.
The worst one's probably the one you should focus on. So for like years, it was like nutrition, fitness.
Yeah, at that time it was I had to change the physical side, because if I didn't start to love myself, which getting into my dream body would make me love myself, if I didn't do that, it would never have moved. So that was such an important part of my life personally.
Awesome. Cool. And you, Dr. Marilyn, what would you say?
Well, for me, I would have said, off the top of my head, beliefs, changing beliefs. But I realized that for me, the change in my life began the day that I began a gratitude journal. The minute that I then opened that journal and began writing in it was the day that I experienced a deeper inner sense of who I was, and a deeper joy for all that exists around me and all the people in my life. Because before that, I didn't have any clue. I didn't think I had anything to be grateful for. I mean, at the point at which I started doing a gratitude journal, I was in a wheelchair with a week and a half to 2 weeks to live. But what I realized as I was doing it was that, that there was this elation that occurred. So if somebody only had one thing they could do, probably the thing I would recommend is really getting out a gratitude journal. Go out and get the nicest one you can find. I really believe in making that an investment. Get the nicest one you can find, and then start writing in it immediately, because what you focus on expands. And when you focus on gratitude, you get more to be grateful for. So that's
cool. And also the gratitude might make you realize more and more things that you didn't know were there. So other stuff might come up, and then it might be easier to figure out where you need to go.
Oh yeah, you'll start making better choices in your life because you feel better.
And it's making that one action step. Like, we're speaking of all the different areas in your life, but you need to decide that one action step, which could be just purchasing a really high quality journal that becomes your gratitude journal that you really value, that when you see it, you know that contains really valuable information and you actually want to write in it.
Yeah.
So make one action step. And
so figure out what it is, get into action,
take action.
That's right. Good. Well put.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. Thank you. I'm going to go and sneak around some other attendees now. Bye.
Bye.